So how do I go about organizing my informational text? Well, if you look at the rubric, it's quite complicated actually. There are about three major parts that you need to pay attention to. You need to arrange your text so that it best suits your audience and your purpose. You need to use things like graphics and multimedia and formatting to help your readers see what you're talking about. And you need to make it clear how information relates to other concepts. So let me explain what I mean by that. Well, the first part of this is what we call organizational structure. And in order to have this structure, you really need to be thinking about who is your target reader. Who are you writing for? And how can you tailor your text for that particular reader? So, for example, if you're writing for an academic, like college level person, you're going to want to impress them with really, really big words. But if you're writing for an elementary school kids, you're not going to want to use huge words. So you need to think about who your reader is and how you can tailor your text so that they can better learn and understand it. So once you figure out who your reader is, you can choose the structure that's going to best help them learn. So there's a lot of different structures that you can choose from, and it's really going to kind of depend on the topic that you have. Some things are suited better for, say, a compare and contrast, when you have two different ideas or topics that you're trying to look at the differences and similarities. Compare and contrast works really well. If, on the other hand, you just have one topic and you have lots and lots of details, you might want to just use a descriptive text. If it's something that has multiple steps, maybe sequential is better fit for you. If you're talking about a war and what caused it, you might want to look at cause and effect. Or maybe you're looking at how to cure cancer. That would be a problem in a solution text. So think about the different structures that are available to you and what fits your topic and your reader the best. Once you figure that out, you have a much better chance of organizing your information in a strategic way. You have to really be thinking about how that organizational structure is going to help your reader better learn your topic. So that's the first part. The second part is text features. You have to help your reader learn, and part of that is doing things outside of the text to help them learn, to bring their attention to important information. One way you can do that is to categorize your information into paragraphs or subsections, using titles and subtitles to clue your reader into what each section or category is about. So titles and subtitles are really, really important because that's where the reader looks first to figure out what you're writing about. Visuals are great because there's a lot of people out there that learn from seeing, and visuals are things like pictures, photographs, artwork that you can include to enhance your reader's understanding, to let them see it and to understand it better. Other visuals that work really well are maps, charts, and graphs. So if you have a lot of numbers and statistics, you might want to put it in a chart or maybe a pie graph or a bar graph or a line graph. There's lots of different options out there. But when you have numbers, those are great. If you're looking at something that's on planet Earth and there's a location to it, maybe a map better suits you. No matter what visual you end up choosing, a picture, a piece of artwork, a map, a chart, a graph, you're going to want to include captions. And captions are those little pieces of text underneath visuals that help explain what am I looking at and why is it important and what am I supposed to learn from this. So captions are your way of helping your reader understand what they're looking at. Captions are probably one of the more important text features you can have. If you just had a visual without a caption, your reader's going to be left wondering, what am I supposed to see in this? And they really won't get your intended message. So remember, visuals are there to help your reader learn, and captions really focus their learning. The other thing you can do is bolded words. I know you've all seen these in textbooks. When there's a key word that you want your reader to definitely understand and you want to bring their attention to it, bolding is a great idea. Turning it a different color or italicizing it can really help them. And if you did that, it might even be a good idea to have a vocabulary section off to the side defining what those words are and explaining them for your reader. So all of these are what we call text features, and you're going to want to use a combination of all of them to help your reader better understand your topic. The last part is what I'm going to call reader support. You have to be thinking, what else can I be doing to help my reader learn and understand? And one simple way to do that is that you really need to go into detail when you're explaining your information, when you're explaining your topic. So, it's about giving definitions for important words. It's about not only just giving the definition, but providing them with examples so they can better understand what you're talking about, and really giving them detailed explanations of everything. By doing these three things, you're going to give your reader a better chance to understand what you're saying. If you don't do these, you're kind of taking a risk that they may not get it. So it's helpful to know your reader and to use a combination of all of these things to let them see what you want them to see, to help them learn what you want them to learn. That's why organization is such an important piece of your writing.